choice. The movie is about a prisoner of war, Christian Bale, and he crashes his plane in Vietnam in 1965, and he gets taken prisoner, and then eventually breaks out about 5 months later and gets lost in the woods for about for about 23 days, and then he finally gets rescued by a plane. Right off the bat, I have to say that I thought it was cool just because of the cinematography right at the beginning, how they use actual Vietnam footage. That was pretty cool.
I remember that.
And then the acting was pretty good. I have to say though, the first part of the movie, the first hour, was kind of somewhat of a letdown because of the fact that there was like nothing going on. And I don't know, I just expected more from it. But it was still a pretty good movie. Like once they got into the prison and then they actually tried the whole escape plan, and once they actually broke out of the prison, and then it was Steve Zane, who was playing Dwayne, who was Christian Bale's friend. Christian Bale plays Dieter Dangler, and so it was pretty good. And then once they get out into the woods, it was the acting was really good, I thought. And what I thought was amazing was the fact that they lost so much weight for the movie. They showed so much.
That one guy the guy who was kind of annoying and crazy. What was his name?
I have no idea actually. I can't even remember his name. But
The one
you're
that
talking
didn't-
about the guy with the black hair?
Yeah, the one that didn't want to escape.
Yeah, when he started saying that he was gonna scream.
Oh yeah,
if I was Christian Bale, I would should have killed him right then and
That's
there.
exactly what I would
I would
have
have should have killed him right then and there just because of the fact that you knew. And actually, I thought honestly, as the movie was going on, that that's what was going to happen. That Christian Bale was going to kill him.
That's what I thought. That
But,
they were all gonna plan on killing.
I was
him.
actually surprised when he actually ended up escaping with them.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was going to end up staying behind.
Mhm. Well, I was gonna say that he looked the skinniest. Like he had a shirt on,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Well, I mean, Christian Bale is always dedicated to his work because, like, in The Machinist, I'm not sure if anyone has seen that, but he got down to around 110 pounds, and the guy is like 6'2". So he's always really dedicated to his work. It's just, I mean, for this movie, it's a very cool progression because at the beginning of the movie, you know, he's somewhat normal in his weight, and then as it progresses towards the end of the movie, you can see how skinny he gets. Which, I mean, what they did is I looked it up online, what they did was they filmed it in reverse because he was already skinny for his role in The Machinist, and he just started eating more weight, and they just filmed, you know, from the end of the movie forwards.
Well, I thought it was a good movie too. Like I told you earlier, I just didn't like the fact that it wasn't graphic enough. Since you said they were trying to keep it PG-13,
Mm-hmm.
and when they decapitated, what was his name again?
Steve Zane,
Steve
Dwayne
Zane.
or whatever.
Yeah, if I would have blinked that second, I would have never seen it happen, and I would have always been like, so what happened to him again?
That's true.
It wasn't gore in like the hellish camp that he was taken to. It really wasn't as hellish as I thought it was gonna be. I thought they were gonna.
At the same time, though, like for some of the things, like they strapped the whole little ball thing with all the ants inside of it. I mean, that was
Oh, that's what I was gonna
rough.
ask
That was
you.
rough.
What was that black ball in his face when they?
Well,
when
if
he
you
was
looked at
upside
it
down?
closely, you could see like all the ants crawling in and out of it. I mean,
Oh, I didn't see that part. I was like, is that like a piece of crap that they put on his face or whatever?
no. Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't think it was that bad. Like, if that was my hellish concentration camp that I was taken to, then I would definitely pick that one because it didn't seem so bad.
To me, what made it seem like it wasn't that bad is because Christian Bale's character was always like smiling when he got shot down and when he got taken captive by the Vietnamese people. He was smiling as they walked him into the camp. I didn't understand that because I was just like, you're in a serious situation.
Why?
Why are you smiling?
Yeah, he
about it?
didn't have any fear. Because remember when they were shooting blanks at him,
Mhm.
and he goes, "Don't you ever do that to me again!"
Mhm.
Like, who like yells at their captor? Like,
Well, I mean, in my opinion, that's where, you know, Christian Bale did a good job in acting, because the fact is, I'm sure that that's probably the way that guy was in real life.
or he just said so because no one was really around to really know it, so he was trying to sound like a badass and was like,
That's true.
"Oh, I was smiling the whole time and I
Yeah, that's
showed him
true.
what was up."
Well, in 1997, they actually made a documentary about Dieter Dingler, because Dieter Dingler actually died in 2001, so he wasn't alive for the making of this movie. But
No, right, but I'm saying like no one was really there to know exactly what he did or what
that's
was
true.
going on. So.
That's true.
But all in all, it was a good movie. It was a good, you know, you were rooting for them the whole time, and you know, my heart was definitely beating a couple times there when they were like trying to escape and this and that. And then when one of the guards caught them doing their little like escape plan with the little pieces of wood and the little rocks,
Mhm.
where and all of a sudden you see the gun like in his face, and he's like, "It's a game, it's a game." Like I was like.
To me, that was a little sudden. Like, I mean, I didn't really get the emotional impact of it. Like, I didn't even get like suspense from it. It was just like all of a sudden he was just there, and you know, like,
because he was like, "Oh shit, I don't see so and so," and then next thing you know.
Because, like, you know, in a lot of movies, how they'll like hype up the music a little bit, or use something like real suspenseful to like make you feel like a situation is like life or death.
Yeah.
When that situation happened, it began and it ended so quickly that it just seemed like it was. I mean, of course, if I was in that situation, and
like I said, I liked the movie, but the only thing I didn't like about it, all in all, was that it was not driven home.
Mhm.
Like everything was so.
Yeah.
Not so bad.
That's true. I think you're right. If they had made it like an R-rated movie, that, I mean, they could have made it a little bit darker, maybe more realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Because it does seem like he had it kind of easy, even though I know he probably didn't.
Yeah, exactly. It did seem like his situation was really not all that bad. And going through the jungle for 23 days and not see a snake, any type of
That's
animal.
True. But at the same time, I mean, it showed them like going through like all the vines and stuff, which was very realistic. I mean, it actually looked like they were struggling to get through it at times. I thought it was. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool as far as that goes. As far as like rating.
Oh, and then how his friend, how Dieter's like friend haunted him after he died. That was kind of weird too. Because
But at the same time, I like that aspect because of the fact that he had been in the woods for so long, and the fact is, I mean, going without food for that long.
It wasn't even a real haunting though.
But
like,
I mean,
it was just like weird. Like
it was like a
my
hallucination.
feet are cold.
It was a hallucination because it was a hallucination because of the fact that, you know, he had been running in the woods for 23 days. He obviously didn't eat much food. I mean, you saw how thin he was.
No, I understand that, but it was another way. It was not scary. It could have been much better.
Well, I don't think it was meant to be scary. I think it was more meant to just be like, see, he misses his friend. You know, that's what I took it as that. I thought it was. I like that.
Okay. Well.
As far as rating goes, what would you say? Out of 5 stars.
3.5.
I was gonna say 3. It was good, but because I watched it one time by myself, and then I watched it with a buddy of mine. And when I was watching it the second time, I did not. The first time when I was watching it, I was just like, oh, this is a pretty good movie, Christian Bale. The acting is pretty good. And then I watched it the second time. A lot of the acting got on my nerves. Like that guy that you said that was pretty annoying. I mean, I know that his character was meant to be annoying, but it was just so annoying that I just like, I don't know.
That's what I thought. He was really annoying. I don't know. Okay, well, my movie was Interview with the Vampire, and that is about. What did you even say? What it was about? It was about vampires, obviously. It was Brad Pitt was giving an interview to a guy, and it was during the present day